Hi, we are Dereere and Silke Huysmans, and we are the creators and performers of the Mining Trilogy, which we will present at Esplanade in Singapore as part of the Studios 2023.
What I like about theater, it's actually the fact that imagine you are feeling alone, but when you go to the theater you are alone but together with people, and it can give me a feeling of community.
I think for us theater is a medium that we're used to using because we both come from a theater background, and for us it's one way of participating in a kind of collective conversation or a collective debate. As many other art forms do, they try to offer or bring you a kind of new way of looking at the world.
So the first part of the Mining Trilogy is called Mining Stories. And Mining Stories is about a big mining disaster that happened in the south of Brazil, several kilometers away from the town where I used to live as a child. And the disaster destroyed several villages and also polluted one of the longest rivers in Brazil, which is called the Rio Doce.
People have to understand that all of this happens with our consent.
The second part of the Mining Trilogy is called Pleasant Island. It's a research that we did in 2018-2019, and it's about an island in the middle of the Pacific which was completely mined out in the 20th century, first under colonial rule and later after independence. And the island is often referred to as a kind of parable or symbol for mining in general and exhaustion of resources, and it shows a bit what exhaustion of a landscape looks like in a whole, and we kind of unfold a very personal and intimate research through our own smartphones on the stage.
How long have you stayed in Nauru on Nauru?
Now 11 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how are you taking in everything?
The third part of the trilogy is called Out of the Blue, and while the previous two parts look more towards mining in the past, this is a piece which looks towards mining and extraction of resources in the future.
As many resources on land are depleting, mining companies and new companies are looking to new ways of finding resources.
Door feiten nodig. En minder emotie.
Here, tell what's happening here. Because we can be here, but if we don't tell anybody about it, then yeah, no one would know.
Our work is often described as documentary performance, and I think this is because we use a lot of journalistic aspects in how we research our pieces. But in the end, what we think it is, it's still an artistic proposition.
It's all a moving cycle.
It will be sent to Nauru or Papua New Guinea for reprocessing and resettlement.
Mining is indeed one of the topics that is a kind of link between all three pieces, and I think it's important to point out that it's not only about mining, and in that sense mining is a sort of lens throughout the three pieces.
And I think like purely the thematics that triggers us during the making process of the three pieces are words as exhaustion, the exhaustion of the world that is getting depleted, but also the exhaustions that we are feeling in this world where there is a high work pressure. Really show in our pieces that we are constructing the stories.
It's storytelling about how storytelling is used in the world.
Honestly, I don't think we can overcome that because all these interconnections.
What we like the most is that it starts a discussion afterwards, and so it never stops after performance is ending. It's actually the start of a new conversation, and that's what we like a lot.
And I think this is also very valuable of traveling with the piece, is that it's able to each time connect with the local context of where we perform these works, and that's also something that we're really looking forward to do in Singapore at Esplanade.